Hello dear children. So today's topic is British Raj and the First War of Independence. So in this lesson we are going to learn about the arrival of Europeans in India and the establishment of British Empire in India and rising discontent among the Indians and the revolt of 1857. So the European traders. So several hundred years ago, the Arabs and European traded with India. So 100 years ago, the Arab and Europeans traded with India. So they traded mainly over land routes. So India at that time was a very rich country and famous for its spices, gold, pearls and silk. So why these Arabs and Europeans traded India? Because the India was very rich in spices. So India had varieties of spices, gold, pearl and silk. So Arabs and European traded India because of these reasons. So first European to find a sea route to India was the Portuguese, Vasco da Gama. So all these Europeans and Arabs traded over the land. First European who find out the sea route to India was Portuguese, Vasco da Gama. So he went around Africa and landed at Calicut in Kerala a little over 500 years ago. So the Portuguese started trading with India mainly in spices. So why this Portuguese traded with India? Because for the spices. Even Dutch, French and English also traded with India for spices. Soon they started fighting against each other to get a bigger share of trade for themselves. So these Dutch, French and English, even Portuguese started to fight each other. Why? Because they want the big share with India in spices. So they want a big share of trade for themselves. So finally the British defeated the others. So British also traded with India for spices and for gold, pearl and silk. So British defeated all these Dutch, French, even Europeans, and British defeated all these countries and they formed English East Indian Company. So British formed the English East India Company in the year 1600 for trading in India. So for the trading purpose, British started English East India Company in 1600. So they made trading center in the western and eastern coast. So they bought mainly spices and textile from India. For some times their main concern was only trading. Only for the few days their purpose was only for trading. So British came to India only for trading. Only for few days it was the reason. Later they started to control Indians. So the British controlled India. So the wealth taken back to Britain by the traders of East India Company was used to fund the industrial revolution in Britain. So the British now needed a steady supply of raw material for their factories. So British want the raw material for their factory. So they also needed a market to sell the goods being made by the factories. So they wanted to sell the goods what they have made in the factory. Soon the British were not content with being mere trading in India. So they wanted to control the land. So around 250 years ago, the Mughal Empire in India had started declining. So soon in India, Mughal Empire started to decline. So several regional kingdom emerged. So the British took advantage of the constant fighting between them and started gaining control over India. So in India, Mughal Empire started to decline and some small empire, small kingdom emerged. So there was fighting between the small kingdoms. So this was advantage for the British. because there was no unity in Indian kingdoms. So this became the advantages for the British to control over India. So the first stage of British conquer of India was marked by the Battle of Plassey in 1757. So in this battle, British defeated Siraj-ud-Dowlah, the Nawab of Bengal, and became very powerful in Bengal. So in the Battle of Plassey, British defeated Siraj-ud-Dowlah. So he was a Nawab of Bengal, and British became very powerful in Bengal. So over the next 100 years, they extended their control over most of Indians. So in Battle of Plassey, British defeated Siraj-ud-Dowlah, the Nawab of Bengal, and they controlled Bengal. So over 100 years, they controlled many Indian kingdoms. So discontent among Indians. Soon there was widespread discontent among the Indians. There was no unity among Indians. So officers of East India Company used unfair means to get rich. So many English officers, they used method to get rich. So East Indian Company officers, they used unfair methods to become rich. They started to cheat Indians. So they did so at the cost of the Indians. So the farmers in India were forced to grow crops like indigo and cotton, which provided the British with raw material for their factory. So Indians were forced to grow crops like indigo and cotton. Why they want to grow? Because they wanted the raw material factories of the British. So Indians were forced to grow the cotton and indigo. Why they wanted to grow? Because the British wanted these raw materials for their factory. So the British purchased these at very low prices. So they purchased all these raw materials from the Indians for the low prices. So as a result, the farmers suffered. So they became poorer while the British made huge profit. So because of this, many farmers suffered and they became poor. But the British became very rich. So the milk cloth made by the British industries was sold in India. So the raw material was taken from the Indians and they take that to their factory, and from the factory they used to sold that items to the Indians. So this was cheaper and of better quality than the cloth made by the local weaver. So more people bought it. So the clothes which was made by Indian weavers, Indian people, was not good, but the factory clothes which was made by the British was better than the local weavers. So the many Indians took the clothes from the British. So as a result of this, the Indian handloom industry suffered and workers became poorer. So many handloom industries in India, they suffered and workers become poorer because no one were there to take the Indian goods. So all were taking only the British goods. So the traders also suffered because of the goods coming from Britain. So all the goods was coming from the Britain. So Britain goods were at more demand than the Indian goods. So the British made unjust law through which they could take control of more and more kingdoms in India. So one such law said that if a ruler died without a child, his kingdom would be taken over by the British. So many unjust law was passed to the Indians. One of the such in one law that if Indian king die without a child, the kingdom will go to the British. So if a king die without a child, the kingdom will go to a British. So this was an unjust law made by the British. So this made the king and Nawab of India very unhappy. So all the Nawabs and kings were unhappy by this law. So many of the Indians, the farmers, the workers, traders and rulers were angry and dissatisfied with the British rule. So many Indians, farmers, everywhere. So the trader were unhappy, the farmers were unhappy, even the rulers, kings were unhappy with the British rule. So whenever such a situation exists, there was chance of revolt or an uprising. So the people forget their fears and differences and together rises against the rulers. This is what happened in India in 1857. So all these unjust rule made the Indian people to revolt against the British. So a small incident started a revolt that quickly spread throughout the India population. So many unjust rule which was made against the Indians was a reason for many revolt in 1857. So the revolt of 1857, the first war of independence. So because of the many unjust rule, the Indian people, Indian kings and Indian farmers, rulers and traders started to revolt against the British. So revolt of 1857 means the first war of independence. So before the revolt started, there was several months of tension among the Indian soldiers. So there was a tension in the mind of soldiers because of new rifles that had to use. So there was a new rifles which was used to shoot. So this there was a new rifle. This made the tension in the mind of Indians. To load these refills, the soldiers had to bite off the end of the greased cartridges. So to use this refills, the soldiers have to bite with their mouth. So the end of the greased cartridges was, so the end of the refill should be greased cartridges should be bite by the mouth. So they used to cut this greased cartridges with their mouth. So there was a rumor that among the Indian soldiers that cartridges were greased with the fat of cow and pigs. So this cartridges end of the refill was greased. The end of the refill was spreaded with the fat of cow and pigs, because the Hindu regards cow as sacred and Muslim regards pig as unclean. So in soldiers there were Hindu and Muslim. So there was a rumor among the soldiers that in the refill they used the end of the refills were greased with the cow fat and the pig fat, because Hindu they pray for the cow and the Muslim they think that pig is unclean. So this rumor angered both the Hindus and Muslim soldiers. So soldiers opposed to use these refills. So on 29th March 1857, an Indian soldier named Mangal Pandey attacked the British officer near Calcutta. Now we call it as Kolkata. So Indian soldier Mangal Pandey, he attacked British officer. There was widespread discontent and anger among the Indian soldier when Mangal Pandey was hanged on April 1857. So Mangal Pandey attacked British officers and he was hanged. Mangal Pandey was hanged because he attacked British officer, right? So he was hanged on April 8, 1857. So all the Indian soldiers became anger. So on 10th May 1857, Indian soldiers in Meerut shot down their officers and took over Meerut. So Indian soldiers in Meerut shot their British officers, and they took over Meerut. Then they marched to Delhi and persuaded the last Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar to lead the revolt. So all the Indian soldiers marched to Delhi, and they met Bahadur Shah Zafar to lead their revolt. So the revolt spread rapidly to other parts of India. So different leaders led the revolt in different parts of India. So some of the prominent leaders were Nana Sahib, Tantya Top, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Begum Hazrat Mahal. So all these Indian leaders took over the revolts in many parts of India. So but the British superior weapons and greater military strength they had. So British they had the superior weapons, they had the weapons, many weapons, and greater militaries, they had many military. So many Indians also sided with the British. So many Indians also joined with the British. So the revolt of 1857, also known as the first war of independence of revolt of 1857, this war also is known as the first war of independence. The first war which was took over by the Indians to get the independence. So finally, first war of independence was won by the British because many Indians joined with the British. However, the British were alarmed by the revolt. So now the British were alert. Now they know that the Indians will turn over to them. So in 1858, the British government decided to take India under its direct control. So in 1857, soon after the first war, the British government decided to take all the India under their direct control. So the ruler of the East India Company ended. So the Viceroy was appointed to rule over India on behalf of the crown. So Viceroy was appointed to rule India, means to take India under the direct controls. So the revolt failed. So Indians were inspired by the bravery of those who fought against the British. So Indians, they did not stop, but they were inspired by the bravery of many Indians leaders who fought against the British. It made them realize the injustice of British rule and the value of freedom. It made them aware that if they stood united, they could defeat the British and gain independence. Now they know that if they are in unite, they can defeat the British and they can rule their country. So all the leaders thought that if they stood united, they can defeat British and gain their independence.